looking at the hunger, we are so grateful to the Lord that He was able to make the funds available in good time. And we have been able to buy more maize this year than another year, which I believe is going to be very helpful to so many people. I know when we talk of hunger, sometimes it's a word that we usually hear, and we take things for granted sometimes. I'm hungry. But like right here, this is the month of June. At my house, in a week, there will be like 6 or 7 people that will come and say, I didn't eat for 2 days, and so the children are hungry. Will you please help me with some food? So the problem this year is not as usual. The problem is quite serious, and because of that, we are so grateful that we will be able to help more people who are going through difficulties of hunger, and most of which are the ones that we are also working with our distribution list, which is quite huge, and most of them are going through difficulties in terms of hunger. And so we will be able to help as many people as possible because of the maize that we were able to buy. But I know it will just be a drop in the ocean, because the hunger this year is quite serious, and despite the fact that we've bought enough maize, but it will still not be enough, because usually in June people are not supposed to be hungry. In July people are not supposed to be hungry. At least in August, September, October, then people should start to be hungry. But this year people have been hungry from May, April, still hungry, and it's a serious problem this year. Comments. I have learned something through the problems of cyclone. I should say that my life is never the same, having gone through the difficulty. One thing that I've learned is how brief life is. We know that. But another thing that I've learned is when I was very much devastated by cyclone, and Stephen came and he encouraged me, and that encouragement made a difference in my life. Nobody's an expert in going through difficulties. When you go through difficulties, there are times when your brain shuts, you cannot make the right decisions. But I was greatly encouraged when Stephen came, and when he announced he was coming, I asked my question. I said, why is he coming and what is he going to do? Because there was no way, how I saw, he was going to take his vehicle and be able to go to a camp or somewhere else because the roads were badly damaged. But somehow it was an effort for him to come, and he came here. And when we went into the camps, I went with him. The first time we went into the camps, there were 2 camps in our area. When we went into the camps, and I had first-hand information how people are going through difficulties, and see for myself these conditions in the camps, it made me forget about the difficulties that I thought I'd gone through. And I really saw that the suffering was so real. But I would say that I was not thinking that the flour that we were giving was going to make a difference. And that effort, I said, well, it's an effort to try and help. But digging deep, I discovered that people were going through much more difficulties than we thought. And I was rebuked that I was underestimating the efforts that we'd started until we'd finished, and people were able to comment, and I was able to see the difference that it had made. So little that we have, if we make it fall in the hands of the Lord, He makes it increase. And I've learned not to overlook difficulties or overlook situations when some people say, I'm going through difficulties. I've learned to be able to go back to the bottom of that problem and be able to see or establish what's really the problem. And this has so much helped me to appreciate the gravity of the problem that has been so caused by cyclone.